I paid $400 for 50 mls of this mini bottle of cologne. You know what that means? That is almost $10 per ml of fragrance. And now you know why I am so scared to use this. It is still full because this is insane for the amount of juice that I'm getting. Same thing with this fragrance right here, Killian's Apple Brandy. This is $350 per 50 ml mini bottle. Even if these fragrances are incredibly smelling and that's the reason why I have them, the value for money factor is really not there. And in this video, I'm gonna be showing you 8 fragrances that are the complete opposite fragrances that you're getting really good value for money, and for the amount of money you are going to be paying from your hard-earned money, you are going to be getting a really good fragrance. And most of these, I'd honestly say, are a steal. So yeah, 8 fragrances that I think smell way too good and perform way too good for the price that you can get them for. And the first one is going to be the regular Rasasi Hawas for him. Getting straight to it, I think a lot of you guys will be like, oh, we've already seen this everywhere on our For You pages and on YouTube during 2023, and now it's 2025. But I'm gonna tell you, this scent is timeless. You can wear this whenever, and people are not gonna pick up in the air, oh, he's wearing Rasasi Hawas. No, they're just gonna be like, yo, this guy smells very fresh, sweet, and fruity and masculine. The main notes that I pick up on this are definitely the apple, citruses, plum, and the watery musky notes. And honestly, this mix is incredible. If you have a newer bottle like mine, which has the Rasasi logo on the cap, it's going to perform a bit less good than my old 2023 bottle. I used to get beast mode, projection, and longevity out of this $30 fragrance, but now that the new bottles are a bit less strong, I'm still saying that it's still worth it. I get a good 5 to 6 hours, and the projection is not too strong to the point where it gets headache inducing. It's strong enough to get noticed, but it's not weak either. And I will stand by this, one of the best gym fragrances of all time, the OG Rasasi Hawas for him. So I had to put it as a 10 out of 10 value for money. At the number 7 spot, we're gonna have a fragrance that costs the same amount of money than Rasasi Hawas, but you get double the amount of liquid. Yes, you heard me, this cologne comes in a 200 ml bottle, the size of my head, and you could just spray this however much you want. Incredible atomizer, by the way, and you will not be scared of running out. And this is Beach Afternoon by Assaf. So this cologne is from a brand from Saudi Arabia. That's why you might have never heard of it before. But I honestly think this is one of the best, or actually, I'm gonna say the best Louis Vuitton afternoon swim inspo or alternative in the world. All the other ones either don't last long enough or they don't get the scent profile close enough. This one gets the scent profile close enough and lasts longer than the OG. I get 6 hours of longevity on this, and if you guys have watched videos of people talking about Louis Vuitton afternoon swim, which I do not have, people will say that it lasts 2 to 3 hours on their skin. And I have tested a sample of it, and they are not wrong. But despite the very, very poor longevity, the reason why it's still extremely popular is the smell is incredible. It's one of the best summer citrus scents because you get a blast of mandarin, orange, and just, it smells so natural. This one captures the same scent profile with better longevity. It's a bit more soapy than Afternoon Swim, I'm not gonna lie. It gets about 85 to 90% similar to my nose, but still, $30, 200 mls, summer fragrance that you can overspray. Crazy atomizer too. Yeah, this has also 10 out of 10 value for money. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the next perfume on this list actually has a better atomizer than the last one. And it is another Middle Eastern niche fragrance, but this one is a tad bit more expensive than the other one, but it's still 10 out of 10 value for money. Gissah Imperial Valley, man, the Dior Sauvage of the Middle East. This everybody talks about for such a good reason. You get that fresh, spicy, aromatic oud. A lot of people described it actually like Cal Cologne. It's a Sprite with oud, which is a bit weird, but I kind of get it. It's like a fresh, spicy oud fragrance with a lot of leather in the dry down. The main notes that I pick up on, that I see on Fragrantica, are the citruses at the top, the pink pepper, the oud, the amber, and the leather. And you might be thinking, why do you have this on a 10 out of 10 value for money list? Let me tell you, because if you buy this from the Middle East, you can get a 200 ml bottle for only $75 to $100. But if you get this anywhere else, they're going to be taxing you. $150 to $200 is what you're gonna be paying for the same bottle. But yeah, considering the incredible scent profile, the beast mode performance, I'm telling you, do not apply more than 3 sprays of this or else you will give people headaches. It gets me a lot of compliments, me personally. And yeah, if you're paying half the price than what everybody else is paying, then yes, this is a 10 out of 10 value for money. But let's say you're paying $200 to $250. Yeah, this is not 10 out of 10 value for money. But as I said, get it from the Middle East. That is where you are going to be enjoying it for the price and the value. Now, I have to say this is my best seller fragrance on my sample store because it is such a hard fragrance to find. Ibratalksscents.shop. I'm gonna leave a description in the link. I'm gonna leave a link to the description to my sample store if you want to try this because it's so hard to find if you are in Canada or the US. I am telling you right now, I promise you this is going to be the only fragrance that is over $200 on this list, because finding a 10 out of 10 value for money fragrance for that much money means it has to be so good that nothing else beats it at the price point. And that's what I honestly think this fragrance is. You guys might call it glaze, but I think I'm being 100% honest. It's Louis Vuitton Imagination. Very famous for such a good reason. The perfect men's fragrance, in my opinion. If you told me that I could not keep any of these fragrances behind me, and that's 200 plus bottles, by the way, and I could only keep one for the rest of my life, it would have to be this, because it smells super mass appealing, super high quality, very good performance. I get 12 hours on my skin, and you also get a luxury Louis Vuitton label. The main notes that you're gonna pick up on this is the citruses, the neroli floralness, ginger, and tea. And I'm talking heavy on that tea. There are even people, and that's only one person I found in the world, by the way, even though I said this is the most mass appealing scent. I found one person, I just dropped the cat, by the way. I found only one person that didn't like this, and he said it smelled too much like tea, which was boring for him. But let's be honest, that guy was Moroccan, and those guys drink tea for breakfast, dinner, lunch, and for a snack. So if you're not too much into tea, it's fine, but I think this smells incredible. Getting back into the $30 to $50 range where you're going to be getting a very good value for money. And I think this is the $30 fragrance that smells the most high quality in my collection. And it has to be Lattafa's Honor and Glory. First of all, this is only about $30 Canadian. That's about 20 to 25 USD on discounter websites. You're gonna get a beautiful white and gold bottle, and the atomizer is pretty good. It's also pressurized, but the scent, man, beats everything else. Creamy vanilla with pineapple, creme brulee. There is a creme brulee note in this, and I kind of get it. It's like this caramelized, creamy scent that you get in that dessert. It's super, super good. If you're into vanilla, sweet, masculine, gourmand scents, check this one out. Funny story is that my cousin actually bought this because of me, because he smelt it on my shelf. Smelled super, super good. He bought it, started wearing it at his school, and then people started wearing his fragrance now. And now his entire class, not his entire class, but a lot of people in that school smell like Lattafa Honor and Glory just because he was getting so many compliments with this. And I actually feel a bit proud now because of that. That means I had influence on those kids to buy this fragrance that is only $30. But I honestly think it's not just my influence, they got a great deal at the same time. So I know we have seen many mango fragrances over and over again on our For You pages. And let's be honest, they are all dupes of the same fragrance, which is SHL's GOF. But I'm gonna tell you, this one is a lot more unique because it is a clone of a different niche fragrance, which is called Mango Skin from a house that I forgot the name of. And the main notes that you're going to pick up in this are mango, blackberry, florals, vanilla, and a super weird, I've never seen this in a fragrance before, pink icing note. Yeah, that thing you put on cupcakes. So yeah, this fragrance is right there in the unisex mark, but honestly, I love the performance on this because I only paid about $30, like I said, and this thing projects in the entire home when I wear this. I'm telling you, I am all the way downstairs and my mom is all the way upstairs and she's saying, "Oh my God, what did you spray? You smell so good." And she's screaming that all the way down the stairs, which is actually insane. And the atomizer, man, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, super strong and projecting. I also gifted one of these to my friend, and he's the type of guy who doesn't put a lot of sprays of fragrance, maybe 3, 4, 5 sprays max. And he smelled really good wearing this. I was like, "Yo, you are projecting right now. You smell really good." And he told me this is what he's wearing. So you can trust me, it's not because I'm only an oversprayer that I say the projection is really good. And it's not because it's only on my skin chemistry that it lasts really long and projects good. No, this projected really good on my friend too. At the number 2 spot, I have a fragrance that I glazed so much to the point where I had to stop talking about it for months just because people were saying, "Yo bro, you're talking about it too much." And I'm sorry. It was a couple months ago, and when I went to Saudi Arabia, I just had to pick it up, only about $35, which is like 100 riyals, and I was just amazed, let's be honest. And it is Emerald Soul Diamond by Ibrahim Al-Qashi, and I have to put this diagonally to the camera because it is also a 200 ml huge bottle. And this is another one of these fragrances that are really hard to find, and when you want to buy them not in the Middle East, they are super expensive. I'm telling you, I found a store selling this for $150, and I'm like in my head, I got this for 30 bucks, and they were selling the smaller bottle too. It was 150 mils. This one is 200 mils. So yeah, just be careful where you get this from, but yeah, you are also gonna get a crazy pressurized atomizer. And let me tell you what this smells like. A lot of people say that this is a dupe of Xerjoff Herba Pura, but I would say no. This is actually a dupe more of Xerjoff Herba Gold. So it has that fruit basketness, but it also has like an added mango note. I know it's not listed, but I smell it. It's an Herba Gold clone, and it's made more aquatic, so it's slightly twisted. It's more masculine than Herba Gold, and honestly, the performance is really good on this. I want to spray this again. Oh my God, it is so... So again, it's really hard to find, but if you can find it for the right price, the value for money is not a 10 out of 10, it's a 100 out of 10. And of course, as I said, if you want to sample it, you know where to go. And last but not least, I wanted to quickly mention my favorite fragrance under $50 of all time, because if I think it's my favorite fragrance under $50, then I have to put it on a 10 out of 10 value for money list because it's made to smell like a $600 fragrance. And that's USD, by the way. In Canada, if you want to buy that fragrance, it's about 850 Canadian dollars. And I'm talking about Louis Vuitton Symphony. Yeah, it's a bit different. They gave you a Louis Vuitton bottle, changed the cap, put it like a weird sculpture thing on it, and was like, you know what? Let's just double the price. Let's just double the price. And I was actually in love with that scent. Sweet, fizzy grapefruit that just sparkles in your face, perfectly unisex. And I was so happy when I got the early announcement that this brand was going to release a dupe of it. And it is Khadlaj. And they released Khadlaj Island Dreams. Thankfully, for me, this has to be the best 2025 release ever. And that includes designers, niches, any fragrance house that released anything in 2025, I honestly think this is the best release. The only other time that I can think of when I was so glad that a dupe for an expensive fragrance came out, it was Ether by French Avenue, because they duped Parfums de Marly Greenly, and at the time nobody else have done it. And the problem is, I was disappointed with the performance, only about 4 hours. With this one though, 8 hours of longevity with stronger projection than the OG. The main notes in this that you are going to pick up, even though I already gave you guys a small idea of how this smells like, it is really the bergamot citrus with grapefruit and ginger. Now this has a very simple note breakdown just like Symphony, but I am sure that there's something else in it like ambroxan or musk, making it fizzy, you know, because just ginger is not gonna give it this sweet fizziness that you get in like a Sprite or soda. And this absolutely blew up on the internet. I am not lying to you guys, it is now out of stock where I used to put my promo code, which is Beauty House. I have a link in my description, but I'm telling you right now, it's out of stock. That's how much people like it, because it is a dupe fragrance that actually lasts and smells incredible at the same time. And so just like every other fragrance on this list, it is a 10 out of 10 value for money fragrance. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification button when you subscribe so that you are notified every single time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much, and peace out.